My name's Mel, welcome to my world, and if you're new to my channel, at the moment I'm building a stealthy off-grid, go anywhere, sleep anywhere camper van, and it is completely off-grid, so in the event of a zombie apocalypse I'll be good. I'll be right. Enough of that silliness. Today I'm going to show you how I made my drawers. They're not very interesting, but I've had a complaint. Can you imagine that? Little old me, someone complaining about me. What's the world coming to? You can't mess about without getting complained at. So, hang on, me leads all tangled up to my microphone. This could be disastrous. Oh, sorry about it. Right, anyway, so my drawers. I'll start by showing you what they look like, or what it looks like. I've made two. One's fitted and one's right beside me here. So I'll show you the drawers first. I'll show you how they're constructed. Yeah, and all that good stuff. Let's get right into it. As I say, I'm getting good at this, eh? Right. So here's the drawer. This is what it looks like in place. Now it's on a real pucker runner. These runners. Oh, go back a bit. You don't see me belly, do you? Right, so these runners are really good. These are from Wix's and they're heavy duty because I don't know if you noticed or not, but I'm a bit of a DIY enthusiast. So these drawers will probably end up with a little bit more than knives and forks in. They're bound to end up with a socket set or two, maybe a spanner, possibly a screwdriver, more than likely a hammer. So yeah, maybe even a drill. So yeah, I've made them heavy duty, and the reason I like these runners is because of that. I'll show you what they look like. And there's this little catch here on the side. I'll just show you this. Let me get back a bit, get round here a bit more. Yeah, is that a better angle? So these little catches on the side here, they clip down and they allow you to pull the whole drawer right out. Now my heater is down here, and I want these drawers to be able to come all the way out, so that then all this area is free for me to get to that heater, because I've had people have warned me that these things soot up if you don't keep them on full blast, and I'm not going to have that on full blast all the time because it's going to get far too warm in here. So just in case that does happen, or if anything goes wrong with it, I can simply get to it. I can get to it really easily by taking all these drawers out. I will have a little kick panel down here about so high for that pipe to come through, a little grill on the front, and I'll have some doors here. Yeah, I'm going to have two doors and a little shelf in there to hide that, and that's it. But I want it so I can take it all out. I like to be able to get to stuff. I like to so if it does go wrong, I can get to it easy and repair it, or just take it out, throw it away, fit a new one. Oh yeah, while I'm down here, I'll show you the front of the drawer. That's not how it's going to look like. I'm going to have a fascia panel on the front. So this, like a couple of pieces of this cladding, which I've used throughout the van. This is just an offcut, just to show you. That will be affixed to the front of the drawer, two pieces, and then that'll look quite nice. Around about there, I think. Yeah, same on the other end. It'll square it off lovely. But I won't fit that face plate until I've fitted the other drawer. Then I can fit all the face plates at the same time. It's cheating, really. But I can make sure it all squares up and looks nice from the outside. So it doesn't matter what's going on the inside. It could be all crooked as buggery, but it doesn't matter because the face plates I'll put on last, and it makes it all look nice. It look all square and professional. Oh yeah, while I'm down here, I'll answer another question. Someone has said to me, don't forget to leave room for your waste water tank. And as you can see, there's plenty of room under there, but my waste pipe is actually going through the floor anyway. For most part of the time, I'll have that poking through the floor. So when I pull my plug out of my sink, the waste water simply go down that pipe and out through the floor of the van. And yeah, if you're unfortunate enough to have me in your driveway, it'll run down your driveway. But most of the time, it'll probably just run down the road and into a drain. So at the end of the day, it's not like it's raw sewage or anything, it's just dirty dishwash water. If that's all I'm going to be using that for, rinsing my cup out. I'm not going to do anything nasty. I'm not going to be I won't be pouring anything nasty down there. Yeah, it's just soapy water, really. maybe a bit of food. So yeah, but if I do go to a campsite, I can always put a grey water tank in there, pull that pipe out and put it into the grey water tank, or just simply put a bucket under the van and let the water collect in the bucket, because those people that own campsites are a bit funny about that. They're a bit funny about your dirty toothpaste water running down the road. Not that I would do that, I wouldn't do that, but you get the picture. Right, so yeah, there's plenty of room for a grey water tank in there, but for the most of the part I'm just going to have pipe running straight out the bottom of the van. My old Volkswagen was built like that, you know, and that come from the factory, so yeah, I don't see, if Volkswagen can do it, so can I. That's my way of thinking anyway. Right, back to me drawers. Yeah, it's my drawers you want to know about, isn't it? Not where my dirty toothpaste water's going. Right, so my drawer. These are simply just boxes. It really is just simply a wooden box, a rather large flat one for that anyway. Now I make these out of the timber. This timber I've used extensively throughout the van build. I haven't gone out and bought anything special for these drawers. I try and use the same timber throughout the whole build actually. Yeah, it comes in packs from yeah, Wickes, B&Q's, Home Base. They sell these pre-packs of wood, and you get like 6 or 12 pieces of the same size wood, and that actual timber I've used it for my slats for my bed. I've used it for the bench, like me can't lift it up now because I've put that in the way. Yeah, this, my lid for my fridges, my cool box. I've used it for my doors, as you can see, my support beam for my pull out slider for the bed. I've used it on the backs of the doors here. It's the same timber, and yeah, even the door, this door's made out of this timber and cladding, so you don't have to go out and spend fortunes on all different types of wood. If you're careful and selective about what you buy, you can use the same timber throughout the whole entire build. Yeah, I've probably only used about 5 different sizes of timber, if that. I can't think right. Yes, this, the 34mm square for my work frame. Yeah, this frame here, this comes in, this is 34mm square. As you can see, I've used it for the uprights, I've used it for the cross members, I've used it for the bench I'm sitting on, I used it for the battens in the roof, the framework for the fan up there. So yeah, that is the same timber anyway. The drawer, going off track now. So my drawers are really simple. Now the runners, these are the runners. I should show you these really. Now I bought these the old fashioned way. I actually went to the shop and brought them, so there's no link below to a website where you can buy these. Actually I might try. Yeah, what I'll do, I'll go on Wickes' website and I'll see if I can find a link to these. If there's no link down below, then obviously I didn't do it. But give me a couple of minutes after when I first post this video, because I know some of you are a bit too keen. You like to put comments below saying, oh, I'm the first. Yeah, good for you. Right, so give me a couple of minutes before you look for the link after I've posted this video, and I'll try and find these, because these are really good. I really do recommend these. I can't emphasise it enough. Yeah, there's the little clip I was talking about. This little clip, you can see, simply push it like that, the whole thing comes apart, as easy as that. So this part goes onto the drawer itself, so it screws to your drawers like this. Oh, it's a bit difficult to lift up, bloody heavy, heavy duty. So that screws to the side, and if you use the slots, you can adjust it slightly. There's a bit of movement up and down and sideways for any fine tuning. So yeah, if you use these, so I don't want it falling over and going bang. If you use these slotted holes, like drill where you mark where you think they've got to go, like in the middle, then you've got a little bit of leverage for up and down and to and fro to fine tune it once it's in place, which is a nice little feature. So that goes to your drawer. Then this part with all the ball bearings in it, you can see these are nice. I mean, these are really well made, and they're quite cheap as well. They're about 11 quid, I think they were, or 12 quid, 11 pounds something or other. Say 12 quid, and well worth the money, I think. yeah, they're expensive compared to the plastic ones with the rollers, the ones you have to lift the drawer up and clip it in to stop it coming all the way out. I think they're about £3. So yeah, these are an extra tenner, but they're so much better, and you can open the drawer all the way as well. So yeah, it just makes it that much better. So when you fix this to the inside, you have one, take my eye out, one that side of your cupboard, one that side of your cupboard, so your drawer can slide in the middle. And these simply, you pull it out, you extend it, and then that exposes these holes. On the 500mm ones, these are slotted as well, so you've got a little bit of tuning for fine tuning. So yeah, there you go. So you just screw those to the sides, inside, and then once that's all in place, these are screwed to the side of your drawers. They really are simple to put back together. Look at that, easy as that. And then when you want to take your drawers out, you simply do that, pull that little lever, and then you can take your drawer out and away. And to put back, really easy. Look at that. I really recommend these. Yeah, they've got a little soft, you probably can't hear that, but hang on, let me hold it down by the microphone, see if you can hear it. Hear that little click? Yeah, so it's got like a firm closing, so it stops the drawer opening by mistake. Although because it is a camper, you still need to put a clip. It's not quite enough to hold the drawer shut. If you go around a roundabout, your drawers are going to come flying open. But because of these runners, if the drawer does fly open, it's going to stay where it is. With the cheap ones, if your drawers fly open, they jump the little stop, and then they fly out, and you end up with all your knives and forks and socket sets all over the floor. So that's another bonus for these. I think I've covered that. I think I've convinced you that I like these. Yeah, these are great. So there you go, that's my drawers, that's my runners. I think that's the end of this video. I've rambled on enough. Oh, before I go, I'm going to do like because as my channel's growing, I'm getting more and more people asking similar questions. So the questions are quite similar, and I find myself answering the same question over and over again. I mean, I'm still going to answer your questions that you leave in the comments section, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to make note of these questions that are repeated, and then maybe on a Sunday, maybe every other Sunday, see how many questions I get. Once I've got a fair list of repeated questions, then I'm going to do a Q&A video. So if you want to see that, leave a comment below if you think that's a good idea. I don't know if it is or not, or if I should just, there's always someone with a noisy diesel car. Or maybe I should just carry on answering individual questions in the comment section. So yeah, if you want to see me do a Q&A video, then yeah, leave a comment below. Yeah, just a little bit of feedback just to let me know. So yeah, I'm going to wrap this up now. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, give me a thumbs down. I don't know why, it's a bit mean, isn't it, giving a thumbs down? It takes a lot of time doing this. But feel free to leave a comment below. Please do leave a comment below. Feel free to chat among yourselves, and I'll see you on the next one. And if I don't see you before the new year, Happy New Year. And if you're going out to celebrate, please take care of yourself and take care of each other. Ta-ra for now. Thanks for watching. Happy New Year.